Hi, today I will be showing you how to create an accessible PDF through Google Docs. So the first thing that you want to do is open up the Google Doc that you'd like to make an accessible PDF for. So I will be using the accessible PDFs tutorial that I've created, and I'll be using that today to show you how to make an accessible PDF. So once you've opened up your doc, go ahead and go to add-ons and select Greco Docs and press launch. If you are currently using the advising account, it's already added to our Google Doc. But if you are not or you don't have the add-on, no worries. You just have to select add-ons, get add-ons, and then search for Google Doc or Greco Docs and then press install. Once it's installed, go ahead and launch it. And when Greco Docs launches, it will automatically run an accessibility check for you, which is great. You can go ahead and look and see if you have any red X marks under your accessibility check. I've already gone through and made edits before using this document, but I will go ahead and share some key points that you'll need to fix. So the first is the document title. So under document, you'll see document title is required. You want to select that and click edit if it has a red X. And under document title, I typically use the Google Doc name because I've already named it what I would like it to be named. And then if not, and you don't want to use the Google Doc name, you can always rename it here. And then go ahead and press update. Something else that I like to point out is that the document language should automatically be in the language that your computer is using. But if it is not, you can go ahead and make that edit as well here and press update. Next up, we have our images. So images in your document. Please make sure that you are adding alternate text for any images so that they are more compatible with screen readers. Screen readers will not be able to show the image, but they can describe what the image is showing you. So for example, if you click on images should have alternate text or mark as artifact, and you have a red X mark next to that, you can select on any images that you have and press locate plus tag. So for the first image, I have a screenshot of the Greco Docs pop-up with accessibility check, and I have two images in this, and I've added a alternate text for both. So for the other image, I have screenshot of add-ons, Greco Docs to launch, and that's it. And then you can just press update once you've added that alternate text there. The next thing that you need to pay attention to are the headers in your document. So headings should be used. You want to make sure that headers that you have in your document maintain a logical reading order for screen readers. So it should be really clear which part is the header and which part follows the header. You may need to adjust this manually with the Greco Docs accessibility checker if it's not already clear for you. But that's something to keep an eye on. So for example, as you can see, I have steps. So this is my header, step 3, pay special attention to, and I have the other steps above. So it follows a logical reading order because you can see step 3, pay special attention to, and then document title, and then it follows like that. So when the screen reader is reading it to its user, it is really easy to maintain the logical reading order, and it makes sense when they're reading it out to their user. If you have any tables, you want to check that as well. I don't have any tables in this tutorial, and it's not often that you use it in a document, but if you do, you can use that feature here and access that. And the next part that we'd like to focus on is the high color contrast. So if you see here and click on it, this document already contains high color contrast, but if you are using a color other than black and blue documents on a white document, you may need to check this and make sure that it's okay. So some people who are colorblind, some colors may not be accessible to them. So you want to make sure that you're checking this on the accessibility checker as well. But it's only required for specific colors. Black and blue documents on a white document are typically okay. So those are the most common colors that you use on a document. So if you're using those, you should be just fine. And the last main point that I'd like you to focus on in your accessibility check is the hyperlinks. So when you are hyperlinking, please avoid putting the link on the word here. Instead, place the link where it says the name of the website being linked. So as you can see, I also included an example. So for example, writing, please reference the link for the Academic Probation Letter Manual and placing the hyperlink where it says Academic Probation Letter Manual, rather than please click on the link for the Academic Probation Letter Manual here and then placing the link on the word here. Using this sort of terminology and phrasing makes it really easy for screen readers as well as screen reader users to identify the link. So when the link is on Academic Probation Letter Manual, and that's the link that it's leading to, it'll make it really easy for the user to identify the link and to access the link, because it'll be easier for them to say, go to Academic Probation Letter Manual rather than say going here, because it makes it a little bit more confusing for the screen reader and the screen reader user. So please keep an eye on that as well. And now that you've finished going through your accessibility check, just go ahead and select on the recheck button. It'll automatically recheck any changes that you may have made following, because as you're using the accessibility check, it'll have a red X mark as you go along. And as you make edits, the red X mark will still stay there and won't change until you press recheck and you've made all of your edits. So go ahead and press recheck and make sure that everything looks good. If it does, you're ready to download your Google Doc as an accessible PDF. So from here, all you need to do is go to File, Download, and PDF Document. While Greco Docs does have an export to PDF option, the downside is that when you download it, it does have a large proof and watermark in the middle of your document. So I'm sure that most of you will not want that. So instead, you can just go ahead and use the regular Google Docs download to PDF format, and it'll automatically be added to your files. So go ahead and click on your files and open that up. And now you have your accessible PDF. Thanks for watching.